Hello, folks, and welcome to Yoga at Midday. Hi, I'm Tawana Wright, Associate State Director of Community Outreach with AARP Alabama, and we have Becca Impello with us. Becca, how are you doing?
Good morning. I'm good. Happy to be with y'all on this little bit of a chilly November morning.
Yes, it is. I think, you know, this is Alabama. We wake up one day, it's summer, the next day, it's spring, or some days we have all four seasons in the same day, but it's a little crisp this morning.
Right, it is. Yeah.
It was, but I'm glad that we're kicking off the week with Yoga at Midday. What do you have? What do you have for us today?
Well, this week, today, I want to share with you practices that are really helpful for calming us down when we need to. So practices that are good for anxiety, practices that are good for when we're worried or really busy, when we need to self-soothe ourselves. So we'll do breath work, we'll do movement, and we'll do some things that just help us chill, help us settle down.
That sounds like the thing we need on a Monday morning. Well, excuse me, Monday afternoon. Well, Becca, take it away.
Okay. All right. Thanks for joining me again. If this is your first time with us in AARP of Alabama, welcome to Yoga at Midday. Just remember to take everything at your own pace. You can make any of the movements that I show you smaller or bigger, depending on what feels right for your body. So you just want to listen into your body, skip anything that doesn't seem right for you, and enjoy it. All right, so you just need a chair for practice today. I've got a little something under my feet just because my legs are a little on the short side, and it helps me make contact with the ground when I'm sitting in this chair. So you might need that as well. It can be a folded up blanket or pillow or anything. But go ahead and sit back and get yourself up against the back of your chair if possible. All right. We're just going to sit tall. We're going to start with some breathing, to get us in touch with our breath. And again, like I said, to tap into the ways in which we can settle ourselves down when we're feeling anxious or worried or nervous, okay? So we're going to start with a breath practice that's going to use our arms, right? So we're going to take the arms to the side, and the movement will be a big sweeping reach out to the sides and up, and then bringing those hands slowly down in front of the body, right to the lap on the exhale. Okay, so try that with me. Inhale. And exhale. And for starters, here today at the beginning of this practice, let's take the inhales through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Good, let's do that a couple more times. Slow, full inhale. Exhale, slow, blow out of the mouth. Let's do that 3 more times. Closing your eyes is a nice way to bring some of that energy down and in. So close your eyes if you'd like. One more time. Now I want you to go ahead and just bring your hands right to your abdomen. So right there at your belly. We're going to take a few more breaths here. And try to send your breath and your awareness into your belly as you inhale. And as you exhale, gently pull your belly, your navel, in towards your spine. Inhale, slow and full, in through the nose. And this time out through the nose. Exhale through the nose, not the mouth, if possible. Maybe you still have those eyes closed. We'll take about 3 more breaths. Belly breathing helps us to get control of our breath, slows it down. All right, we'll be doing some more breath work for sure. But let's work a little bit with reducing some tension through the neck and shoulders. So rolling those shoulders up, back, and down is what our first movement is going to be. And if you're feeling really anxious anytime, then getting into your body and making some movements is a good way to redirect your attention and your focus. Say there's something in particular that's worrying you or that you can't stop thinking about. If you start to move your body and focus on the sensations of your body, that can help, temporarily at least, but we all could use that little reprieve from time to time when we have an anxious mind. So 3 more of these big rolls. Notice how it feels right there in your shoulders and your neck and your upper back. Tune into that sensation. Good, last one. Keep those shoulders down and back, sit tall. Slowly bring your chin forward. And give that head a slow roll. Shoulder to shoulder. Again, I want you to pay attention as best you can to how does this feel? What's the feeling of movement? What's the feeling of the stretch? Do you notice a difference on your right side versus your left side? One more time, each direction. And then bring that head back to center and up. All right, so now we're going to do a little self-massage, and this is a real effective self-soothing technique. So again, this just helps give your brain, your nervous system, something different to focus on when you need to shift your attention. So we're going to start with one neck and arm, and just reach across, and just reach up here to the side of your neck, and we're just going to make a sweeping pass. So we're just gently passing that hand from the shoulder, neck, down to the hand. So reach around if you can, get as far around that back and shoulder as you can. And you get to put either a light touch or a more firm pressure, just depending on how it feels to you, what feels good. So again, we're just making the sweeping motion, about 3 more on this first side. And then we're going to pause and sit still and just notice that arm. Notice the one that you were just touching. You feel how it has a little tingle, a little life to it. It's a little brighter, maybe. And then we'll do the other side. So reach across again with one hand, and from the neck and the shoulder, stroke down. You're welcome to close your eyes at any time. Really try to just get into the sensation, the feeling of this touch, right? Touch is something we're all kind of missing out on right now during the pandemic because we can't be close to our friends and loved ones. We can't get that little pat on the back or that handshake even, or that hug from someone. So touching your own body like this is a great way to just give your nervous system some much needed touch. And again, it's a soothing effect, calming. All right, one more pass on this side, and then pause and just notice the feeling of that arm that you were just stroking. Notice the tingle there, or just the lightness of it. All right, then we're going to do the same thing, but for the legs. We'll do both at the same time. So just take the hands, one on each side, and stroke from the hips towards the knees. All right, so again, this could be a light touch, or it could be a little more firm. Go on the outsides, as well as the top. And if you're comfortable bending forward a little bit, you can keep right on going and stroke down the knees and the shins. We can also sort of think of this way of touch as being sort of a clearing, like we're clearing away energy, clearing away negativity. You can use whatever sort of symbolism to that you want to. What are you clearing away? What are you trying to get rid of for the moment, at least? One more time on those legs, and then just pause And again, just check in. Notice the sensation from where you were just touching down those thighs and shins. All right, now I'm going to move my blanket out of the way for now and scooch a little more forward in the chair. So sit right towards the front half of your seat for me. All right, and let's make some bigger movements now. Inhale, bring the arms forward and up. Exhale and pull them down and back. So inhale, reach up. You can look up here if you want. Exhale, elbows down and maybe look down. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, pull down. 3 more. Remember, your movements might be different than mine. You don't have to reach all the way up. Go as far as feels comfortable for your shoulders. 1 more time. Good, now bring the hands together. First of all, just notice those hands and fingertips touching one another. And then start to give it a good rub. Okay, so we're just creating a little warmth, a little friction. Again, try to tune in, really focus on the feeling of that between your hands, that warmth, that movement. All right, and then just place the hands in front of your face. You can touch your forehead with your fingertips if you want. Two more breaths here. And then drop those hands back to in front of the heart. All right? So we're going to interlace the fingers and take the elbows up, the palms of the hands down. This is going to be an inhale. We're going to repeat this a couple times. And then on an exhale, we'll push forward. And then inhale, come up. And then exhale, release the hands down, come back to hands together at the heart. All right, so let's try that again. Inhale, elbows up. Exhale, push forward. Inhale, up tall. Exhale, release the arms down, bring them back to the heart. All right, synchronizing movement and breath. Inhale, exhale, push out. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, slow release. 1 more time. Inhale, arms up. And release. All right, good. Let's move the spine a little bit more now. So we're going to keep one hand down on the chair. Bring the other arm up and stretch over. Now we'll stay here on this side. If you can take the hand that's down low and find somewhere to hold on to your chair, that may give you a little more reach out of that open side. Okay. So breathe into that side. You can feel free to play around with turning your head, maybe looking down or looking up. And then let's bring it back to center. And I want you to pause and notice the sensation, both of the arm that was up and that side of your body. Feel the difference. It feels more alive, perhaps. Maybe it feels just longer. All right, and then let's do the other side. So drop the arms to your side. Start to find that place to hold on to the chair if you're able to. And then reach up and over with your other arm. Breathe into that side body. So anytime that we're anxious, our breath will usually get a little short, right? A little fast. So anytime we can just work with it as it is and gradually slow it down, that will help. Doing these motions or movements with the breath is one way to help slow the breathing down. All right, release out of that. And then let's take an easy twist. So sit up tall and turn, bringing one hand across to the opposite knee. Other arm might rest on the back of the chair. Sit up tall. Take a nice full breath in and out. Two more breaths here. And then unwind it, come back to the front, inhale. Exhale, just notice how you're feeling again. And then sit tall and turn the other direction. Bring the hand across to the opposite knee. Rest that other arm maybe on the back of the chair, or it might be down low. Sit tall. Turn any amount further. And then start to move that head if you'd like. You might turn it all the way to the front, or turn it all the way to the back, or keep it moving. All right, now on an inhale, bring it back to center. All right, we're going to do a few things standing up next. So come on out of your chair. You can keep the chair nearby, a handy place to hold on to if needed. So if you've got any issues with balance or just want to have that security, keep it where you can touch that chair. But let's just stand on one leg and take the other leg and shake it. Just shake, shake, shake that leg. Shake the toes, shake the foot, shake the knee. Try to shake all the way up to the hip. All right, and then put that leg down, pause a moment. And then let's shake out the other side. Shake, shake, shake. The shaking of our body is, again, a technique that just gets into the nervous system and sort of helps shift it. Shake, 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 and then let it relax. All right, and then we're going to shake the arms at the same time. Okay, so shake the hands, the fingers, shake the elbows and the shoulders. Don't worry, nobody can see you. I'm the only one that has to worry about looking funny. You just go ahead and shake it all out. See if you can shake the rib cage and the chest, the hips, the head. All right. All right, now another little breath technique, okay? So we're going to use this one again to sort of meet our energy if it's a little bit anxious and start to calm it down, okay? So we're going to take 3 breaths in. And bring the hands down to the knees. You could do hands down to the chair if you'd rather, okay? So again. This is a modified breath technique that's sometimes called breath of joy. 2 more times. Last one. Good. And roll it up, stand tall. Take those shoulders back and down. And just check in. Notice how you feel. That breath is a little bit invigorating, but helps us meet that energy that might be up when we're worried about something. All right, now we're going to just take a few stretches for the legs, taking us back into our body. Push into that back heel as you step the leg back. You can use your chair here. If you don't need it, fine. Put your hands on your hips if you want. That front knee is a bent knee, maybe right over your ankle. All right, now if you want to reach the arms up, give that a try. It could be one arm, it could be both arms. Try and lift from your low belly here. Just pull up and in. And then bring the hands down, step in. Pause a moment. You know how I like to pause and notice how things feel in the body, especially when we've done something just for one leg. All right, and then the other side, step back. Again, we want to push back into that heel, lean into that front leg a little bit. Maybe reach up with the arms. One more breath. And then release the arms down, step in. Take a moment to notice. All right, and then one of my all-time favorite yoga poses to do, yoga stretches, is hands on the top of the chair, or it could be a countertop or a table, or even a wall works great. And walk the legs back, the hips back, and just start to lengthen out the shoulders and the spine. Now, knees can be bent, okay? You may need those knees to be soft. This is a great stretch for the spine, okay? It's getting the backs of the legs. It's also getting the shoulders. And I typically find, for me at least, it's a fairly calming or grounding position to be in. The head is down. It kind of takes you a little more internal or away from the rest of the world. Gives you an opportunity to slow down the breathing, feel the body. Good, and then walk it in. Take a moment to stand up tall, check in. All right, now we'll do one more thing before we sit back down and finish up. Turn your chair around or get where you can face the seat of the chair. And you can take your feet wider or narrower depending on what you need, right? So wider might make it a little easier to get down to the seat of the chair. So we'll take the hands down and then perhaps take the elbows down in the chair. Okay, so if you can't quite get your elbows down, try going feet a little wider, try bending your knees a little bit, right? And then just see if you can take your head and drop it down. It might not touch the chair, that's okay. But if it does, that's fine too. It can rest on the chair. You can use your hands and fold them up a little bit like a pillow. And then just see what you can do to soften around the knee joint, the hip joint, the back. This is a forward fold. Again, this is a grounding and calming position for most people, for the nervous system. Now, it could be different for you, just depending. But just take a few more breaths here and notice how you're feeling. And then we'll slowly come up. Just use the hands off the chair, get your head up. Maybe walk up to the top of the chair. Come up slowly. And we'll take that seat. Okay? So sitting back down in the chair. Maybe you have that something underneath your feet if you need it. All right. going to do just a few more self-soothing techniques. These will be more sort of about mindfulness, awareness, or meditation, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is just reach out the arms, and then exhale, give yourself a great big hug. So one, we're touching again that body, the upper back. Drop your elbows down, drop your chin down. Take another 2 or 3 breaths here. Try to breathe deep into that upper back. Slowing these breaths down. 2 more. And then lift up your head. Take notice what arm is on top. Is it your right or your left? And then spread the arms out. And bring your other arm over the top. So you've got the arm switch. Again, drop the chin. Take a deep breath into that upper back. Slow, deep breath. And then drop those arms down into your lap. Go ahead and have the backs of your hands down. And bring your thumb to the tip of your index finger. All right, so we're going to do just a little bit with the breath and our hands here. So as you inhale, I want you to slide your thumb down the side of your index finger, sort of towards the knuckle, the base of the finger. And then as you exhale, slide it back up to the tip of the finger. And then move to the next finger. Okay, so your middle finger. All right, inhale and slide the thumb down towards the base. Inhale, take it back up to the tip. Go to the next finger, the ring finger. Inhale, slide the thumb down. Exhale, slide it back to the tip. And then we go to the pinky finger. Inhale, slide the thumb towards the base. And exhale, slide the thumb back to the tip. Go back to the index finger, same thing. Inhale, slide. Exhale, slide. Go to that next finger, same thing. So that's the pattern. Just keep going. Inhale and slide the thumb. Exhale and slide the thumb. Switch fingers. And close your eyes once you have this. Keep going all the way to the pinky finger. And then when you finish with the pinky finger, start back over at the index finger. Make sure you're inhaling slowly, exhaling completely. You can focus on the feeling of that touch, that little bit of sensation right there between your thumb and your fingers. Coordinate it with your breathing. Inhale and exhale. Go through the hand one more time, slow and easy. The next time you get your thumb back to your index finger, you're going to stop there. And just keep the thumb and the index finger tip touching. Take a few more breaths. And then go ahead and lift those hands up to your heart, palms together, open up your eyes, take one more deep breath in with me. And just bow your head with gratitude. Thanks so much for joining me. Thank you for being here with the practice. And thanks to AARP for giving us this opportunity. Have a great week. Use these techniques if you need to. Calm your anxieties.
Thanks, Becca. We're going to run a commercial break, and then we're going to come back to answer your questions.
Awesome. Okay.
All right, Becca, thank you for a great session. We needed those stretches today. We had a question come in asking about saying that the neck gets stiff throughout the day.
Yeah.
These movements help. Are there any special neck exercises they can be doing, or anything they need to be careful of?
Well, the one thing I say to always be careful of is I don't ever recommend that people lean their head too far back or roll their head in a full circle, right? So I always teach a circle that's forward as far as that circular movement. It's not that tipping your head back is a harmful movement, but it is a little more risky. So I always recommend that that's one that people either be real careful with or leave out if they're not sure. And then the other guidance I would give for the neck is not to force it, right? So you don't ever need to really push your head, either with your hands or just with turning. You want to make the movements gentle, fluid, easy. And repetition in and out is usually more effective than just holding the neck in one position and staying still.
Okay. Well, thanks, Becca. Folks,
Absolutely.
remember, tune in on Monday at noon for Yoga at Midday. We'll see you next week. Bye.